Welcome back to the Good Labs channel, and welcome to probably the most requested video, the 30 to 50 yard wedge shots. It's kind of that awkward distance, and we got Steve today. He's gonna be hitting these wedge shots for us because he probably does it the best out of anybody. Him and Garrett hit the lowest and most consistent wedge shots from that distance. But yeah, 30 to 50 yards, guys, it's really weird. It's that uncomfortable distance that nobody really likes. So I'm gonna go over how I hit those shots and what I do to gauge those yardages. We're gonna stay in that 30 to 50 yard range, but we got some targets out here and they're labeled. There's a 30, 40, and 50 right in front of us. So this is actually really good. I have my 60 degree. What I do for these yardages is I basically work on a backswing system where this parallel to the ground, maybe 30, this is 40, and this is 50. I determine that length of the shot by the length of my backswing. So 30 is parallel to the ground and then I turn through. All right guys, those yardages out there are not really 30 and 40 and 50 yards. They're a little bit longer, but I'm still gonna go over in my mind what a 30 yard shot is, 40 and 50. I'll actually shoot it. All right, so let's just see what this target is right here, this first blue one. It's actually 60 yards. We're gonna kind of gauge it back. I'm gonna hit my 30 yard shot here, just waist high. I like that, that's pretty much my 30. Now 40, I'm gonna go a little bit higher and then through. It's the same thing, just a little bit higher. That's about 40. And then now my 50 is just this was 40, this would be 50. And so I'm gauging it right there, guys, just by the length of my back. That's all I'm doing personally. You guys got to come out here and mess around and hit those shots and try and hit 30, 40 and work your way up so you can determine what the length of your backswing is. Because I use a 60, but you may be using a 56 or 58. Pretty close to 50, might have been a little bit longer because that target out there was 60, but now we're gonna have Steve come in there. And I know one thing right now, I know Steve just kind of does, he's more of a feel player. So I'm working on a system of a backswing, how long I want to take it. I know Steve gets up there, looks at the target and hits it.
Garrett does that as well,
yeah.
But yours are always seem to be consistent because you have the same little clock.
I mean, that is so good. The height on that is money. So that was your 30, now go 40. Good. You guys are gonna notice his follow through. He's keeping his follow through kind of the same length as his backswing. So he's not taking it back here, follow through and way up here. It's more here. You're matching your backswing with your follow through. Nice. A couple checkpoints, guys. First checkpoint, determine a length of your backswing with the club you're gonna use, whether it's your 58 or 60. Determine the length of backswing to make it go that 30, 40, 50 yardage. That's the first point. The second point is to make sure you're maintaining a good, smooth rhythm. So we're not taking it back here and forcing, it's taking it long enough so you just can rotate through and let the club do the work, the weight of the club. Because you don't want to take it back too short and then force it, because that's where those like skull, the chunks come in, is when you take it too short, force the acceleration. Make sure you're taking a long enough backswing, keeping that tempo really good. And the last thing is your follow through. Make sure it's nice and low. I don't want a super high follow through here. I want that follow through a little bit lower to the ground where your hands aren't super high. But that's my stock 30, 40, and 50 yard shots, guys. The best drill I have for you guys is when you guys come out here, if you have a rangefinder, any target you guys can pick out that's at 30 yard distance, you can even walk it off. Go out there, set some targets out there. Well, I don't know, it could be anything you want, a hoop, anything, and just try and gauge it from that 30, 40, and 50 and keep going back and forth to different yardages, so you're kind of setting yourself up for the course. But I'm gonna hit a couple more shots, guys, and call it out and kind of work on that length of my backswing. I mentioned the checkpoints, but one other thing, the technique for me is I keep my feet a little bit closer together and my weight pretty much stays on my left side. So I'm not moving, I'm not swaying back and forth. I'm not really doing any loading. I'm basically keeping it right here and just turning around that. might have been probably about 40. That one about 40. Now I can assess that and say, well, I think my backswing got a little bit too long. That's what I would say happened there. So I just need to shorten it up a little bit to hit that 30 yards. Kind of more like it right there. And now 50. Now just a little bit longer, and I'm focusing on those same exact things, just length of my backswing and using those key checkpoints we talked about. That was pretty much 50 yards because that thing out there is 60 and I was about 10 yards short of that. So hopefully you did enjoy that video. This is one video that I've read in the comments more than anything that you guys would like to see. I think a lot of people struggle with that 30 to 50 yard range. But once again, I just recommend you're making sure that backswing is a determined length for each yardage. But if you guys have not already, hit that subscribe button, comment down below future videos you'd like to see. We're always open to any new videos that you guys would like to see. But until next time, guys, peace out.